In Hypixel Skyblock, you need to make money. And to make money, you gotta use some money making methods. But sometimes, you don't want to grind money all the time. Sometimes, you might want to grind skills, or grind reps, or grind Slayer. And you don't really care about money, but you still want to make some. So, what I decided to do is make a video about some passive money making methods that don't require you to actually be outright grinding for money. But before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe for more quality Skyblock content. I'll be posting daily, so tomorrow you will see a video at the same time that I uploaded this one. The first passive money making method is pets. So pets will sell for a lot, mostly based on level. So you can see where I'm going with this. If you can level a bunch of pets up passively, it can actually make you some good money without you having to do any work. So one item that actually easily helps you with this is the Exp Share. Just like in Pokemon, the Exp Share takes some of your XP that you earn from one pet and actually distributes it to other pets. So you actually have to do almost no work and you can get your other pets higher level. This can help you if you have a pet that you want high level but you don't really want to actually use it that much except at specific situations, kind of like the bat pet. So if you have a bat pet, maybe you would want to put an XP share on it because you just keep it there and it will level up while you're doing other skills, and then once the spooky event is on, you can go and use it. So the pets I recommend you using with this is fishing pets, because fishing is one of the hardest skills to grind in the game. And because of this, fishing pets are hard to get to a high level. So people will pay a pretty good amount for a high level fishing pet. So what you can do is put an XP share on these. Because the XP share is not too expensive, you can actually put the XP share and actually level up these pets pretty high doing other skills, and you don't actually have to pay too much attention on to doing them, so you'll get some pretty good money without that much work. And then if you get them at a pretty decent high level, sell them on the AH and you can probably make a profit. I recommend doing this with a dolphin pet because they're cheap to get and they can be sold at a much higher profit if they're at a pretty high level. Okay, so the next thing that you can upgrade passively is actually swords. Mainly the Raider's Axe, as it's pretty cheap, and if you upgrade it you can make a few 100k profit just because of the kills. So basically what you want to do is grab yourself a Raider's Axe, whether it be off the AH or at the actual NPC, and just use it for a bit. Level it up so you get the kills and actually sell it on the AH. If we go to the AH right here and we search up the Raider's Axe, you can see that right now, and ending soon, one going for 1.1 million. Remember that the axe is only 130k, and if you look at the enchants, it's not too good enchants, and even if there were, this would not cost you more than a few 100k, and if you were to apply them yourself, they'd be pretty cheap. So most people are paying for the kills. As you can see, it's actually maxed out in kills at 19,000. So people will buy this for 1.1 mil, and you can see that it has just sold for 1.1 mil, which actually shows that this is actually a pretty good way to get money passively. Okay, so the next thing is not really a money making method, but it is something that you can do passively that will benefit you. And what it will benefit is your skill average, more importantly your alchemy level. As you can see behind me, I have this weird contraption, and you might wonder what it is. So if we go into first person and we check this out, this is an actual auto brewer. So up there you throw your potions and fill up these chests with water bottles. So you can see that even though I had all those chests filled up, I've already used a good portion of my water bottles already. And the reason that this is so good is because you can actually brew pots without actually having to do anything. So all you have to do is put 64 nether warts into all these slots, and then 64 of your brewing ingredient. So for alchemy XP, for the cheapest, it's actually enchanted melon, because they give 300 XP, but for their cost, they are much cheaper compared to an enchanted sugarcane. The amount of enchanted watermelons that you need to equal 1 enchanted sugarcane is much cheaper if you were to buy it off of the bazaar. So that's why people actually use the enchanted melons, because they don't have to pay as much and they still get the same amount of XP. The only drawback is that it costs a lot of time, because you have to wait for a long time to actually get it. So after you put your enchanted melons, you just sit here and do anything else you want on your island. It has to be on your island because it won't work when you're off your island, but when you're on your island, it will work. So something like grinding pumpkins will be a good thing to do then, and it will go into these chests. So all these chests go down into all these chests after they all brew, and then you can go here and you just click here for hours and then throw the pots over there and keep doing that, and you'll get loads of alchemy XP for way lower than it actually costs to use enchanted sugarcane or enchanted fermented spider eye. Okay, so the last passive money making method is actually kinda new, but also a little bit weird. But it's basically putting overpriced buy it now offers on the AH. So, as you might know, people are lazy. You can see this from pets, where people will pay a hefty amount for a higher level pet because they are too lazy to level it up themselves. You can see that this Ender Dragon pet is going for 180 mil, and it's only level 100. And you can see other lower level pets going for much less, 118 mil, and this is even by time deal. So you can see that people are willing to pay a lot for convenience. So you can actually abuse this with the new buy now feature by listing stuff for more than it's actually worth. Then if it goes through the buy now thing, you'll actually make money, and this can actually be a way to flip. It's not too stable, but it is actually a decent way to make some money, because by putting it as a buy it now, you don't really know how much you have to wait, so you just keep it there and just hope one day that it might go through and you'll actually make a few bucks. That's why it's passive, because you don't have to do anything and you just wait there and hope that it might go through. But to end the video off, I'll tell you the ultimate passive money making method. Yes, the money making method passively that gets you millions of coins. They're called minions.